Thank you for joining me here on book writing and publishing training session. I'll be taking you how to write your book, how to print and publish or read ebooks, and how to sell, strategies to get your book sold. And I believe that by the end of it, you will have discovered processes from writing, printing, publishing, and selling of your book. So I'd like you to follow me as I show you different ways to do this. So let's talk about the objectives for this training. The first objective is to equip you, participants, with the skills to develop compelling book ideas and structured outlines. Second is to teach effective writing techniques to create engaging and marketable contents. And the third is to provide insights into the publishing process, including self-publishing and traditional options. Number 4 is to give a guide on copyright, editing, and formatting standards for professional publications. And the last one is to empower the participant with the marketing strategies to promote and distribute your books successfully. So to start, I want to warn us against these 6 demons. Beware of these 6 demons. Number 1 is I can't do it. Every man, directly or indirectly, possesses the 2 basic tools needed to write. We can all reason or think, and we can all write or have someone that can write for us. Those are the 2 ingredients, the 2 basic tools to author a book. 1, as long as you can reason, as long as you can think, then you have content. Imagine books are being written about farmers that probably don't go to school, but for the fact that someone can say something about farming, for the fact that someone can say something about marriage, for the fact that someone can say something about events, for the fact that someone can say something about fashion. Think about any area of life. As long as you can think, then you can come up with something. And if you cannot write as a person, there will be someone that you can talk to that can write for you. So there is actually no one that cannot author a book or write a book. No one. So don't write yourself off of becoming an author. As long as you can think and you can write, if you can just even do audio and record yourself, you can get a book. You can transcribe for you. So that's the first demon, the demon of I can't do it. Don't hear that. Then the second demon is the demon of procrastination. Inspirations are not constant. They don't come at a scheduled time. Inspirations can come at any time. So you always go everywhere with your recorder or your pen and jotter. So you don't say, oh, I will do it tomorrow. Procrastination will not allow you, will not give you the opportunity of becoming the author you have become. So I want to encourage you against this second demon, procrastination. Write when you are to write. Do that book, publish that book. Don't keep it that I will do it tomorrow, I will do it next year. Get it, start it, write it, publish it, and bring it out. Then the third demon is the demon of poor editing. Writing inspiring and great content is one, but a bad and poor edited one, no one wants to read. It kills expression and the intention. Someone has good expression, but if that book is not well edited, it can discourage the person, the reader. And then Your intention again is an issue if the book is not well edited. So it is good you consider this. Poor editing is another demon, and you deal with that. How do you edit your book? You can't personally edit good books. You will read and edit on your own, but because you are the one who authored the book, who you wrote the book, there's possibility of omission. For example, you may not know if you say, I am going there, or I will go there, or or I will not be there, and you meet not, you may not know. But by the time you have 2, 3 editors, you can get professional editors, you find a way, and then there must be editors that think in line or reason in line of the topic you are writing about. You should have an editor in line of what you're talking about. You have an editor in the grammatical area, just 2, 3 editors, and let them do thorough job. And if there's any aspect, topic, title they query, please listen to them. Poor editing is demonic. It can discourage. So please. And then another demon is the demon of I know it all. You cannot all alone write a book A to Z and think it will fly. You need research. No one knows it all or has it all. Writing books is putting thoughts, information, discoveries, and experiences together. So you must do proper research with references. When we say we write book, it's not like all the things, 100% of the things you are going to share, that they are just like from your mind or from your brain. No. But what gives you a quality book is when you can make references. It proves your research, it removes doubt, so that people can be able to say, wow, okay, at least it can use an example, it can refer to a certain book. So and again, it's because what you are doing when you are writing book, like I said, is you are collating data, you are collating information, you are putting thoughts together. So you're only adding your own thoughts. You're only adding your wisdom into that topic. There's no topic you want to talk about that has not been treated. It may not be detailed, or it may not be in the direction that you are seeing it. But you need to do extensive research when you are writing a book. You don't know it all. No one knows it all. That's the fourth demon, the demon of I know it all. Then the fifth demon is assumption that people know it. Never assume that people know it already because you know it. It is possible that you have an understanding and people around you don't even know about it. So don't assume that, oh, they know it, there's no point writing about it. No. There are people who may know what you are saying, and there are other people who don't know what you are saying. So we learn forward and we learn backward. There are people that you learn from, there are people who are learning from you. So knowledge is it's something that is universal, it's something that all of us need to learn. So there's something I can learn from you, there's something you can learn from me. So don't say, oh, they know it all. No. Don't assume that people know it. Go out there and talk to people, write that book, publish that book. There are people somewhere who need that information you have. There are people somewhere who need that knowledge you have. So never assume that people know it all. So you have to understand it, that when God drops a knowledge in your mind, it means some people in their millions are in need of it. So let it register. Oh, this inspiration is because some people somewhere they need it. They need it. They need that information. Then the sixth one is the demon of unsafe storage or no backup. Never embark on book writing you want to publish without having the backup, or you having bad storage. You need to get good storage and good backup. The best way to describe unsafe storage is like pouring water into a basket. That's how to describe unsafe storage. And the brother, which is no backup, is worst. Nothing is more closer to high blood pressure than them. I had my share of experience in some years back, I think 25 years ago or thereabout, some years back. I did a complete book, saved it on just only one computer, and that time it was DOS. When we normally use the Windows, what does DOS things. Now I finished the book, and then the nursing laptop, then the desktop crashed. I lost the job. I lost the book. No backup anywhere. So as you're writing, either chapter by chapter, level by level, make sure that you having backups. You can have 3, 4, 5 backups. It's going to help you. And make sure that where you're having the backup, they are not corrupt. They are not corrupt drives. So have good storage. So beware of these 6 demons. If you can put these demons, if you can note them and handle them, you become an author. Nothing again will stop you. You may be thinking about inspiration and other things, we'll get there. But if you can deal with these 6 demons, you are on your way. At least you have scored 50% of writing a book. Now, as an author, or someone who is as for a potential author, there are 5 skills you must develop. Number 1, you must become a storyteller. In your book, there are some chapters that you start with a story. You must be, not that you start, when you are not start writing storybook, not that it will be story from A to Z, but learn to tell stories. Be a storyteller. It will help. There are times that your analysis may be boring, but story may help to explain what you are saying. That's the first. You must become a storyteller. Then you must become an analyst. Now, this time around, I'm not talking about unprofitable analysts like the Pharisees against Jesus. You know, the Pharisees, when Jesus is telling them what will benefit them, what will benefit to them and to the whole world, they will be querying, asking questions, and you say you don't defend yourself, but you are, I mean, all those don't become unprofitable analysts. But as an author, you must be an analyst. You must be able to analyze points. You must be able to analyze things for your reader to capture, for your reader to understand, for your reader to be in the knowing, so that your readers can follow you. Can follow you. So you must be an analyst. The third is that you must become a revelator. People must read your book and say, "Oh, I see, Eureka, discovery. Oh, now I know." That's one of the reasons why you are writing books. You are writing books for people to discover what they did not know initially. So you must become a revelator. You must bring revelation to them. You must be able to. I'm talking about in general. I will be talking about the niche, but generally, either faith-based book, either on any niche, you must be able to. There must be something that is unique to you. Revelations that you must say, "Oh, wow, I didn't know about this." So you must become a revelator. Then be a teacher. Be a teacher. Don't use vocabularies that people cannot understand. Be a teacher. Now, when you are writing books, you must understand that you are writing to different set of people. You are writing to people who, the slow learner, the fast learner. You are writing to people of different mentality, people of different perspective, and so you must be able to bring all of them into that picture. So as a teacher, you must be able to balance anything when you are writing books, that someone be able to learn from you. So write books in a way that you are teaching people. Even if you are writing prophetic books, Power P, Breakthrough, or spiritual, make sure that you are a teacher. That will help. Then one, which is the fifth one, is that you must become a motivator. you must become a motivator. You must be able to motivate people. You must be able to motivate people. These are the things you want to achieve as an author. You want to bless life. You want to make impact upon lives. You want to move people from where they are to another level. And you see, they say revelation birth transformation. So it is when people can understand you, and then at some point, some people are down. Your book must be able to elevate them. So you must be a motivator. So don't forget, as an author, you must be a storyteller. You must become an analyst. You must become a revelator. You must become a teacher, and you must become a motivator. Now, let's look at the gathering of your information, arranging your information, and processing your information. Now, the gathering of information. Now this is where I want to talk about inspiration. Now, there are different ways, and for faith-based books, I'm a Christian, and as a pastor, I write series of books, and there are two ways that you get. Most times, there are two ways that you have you're able to you get your information, your inspiration. Number one is the Holy Spirit telling you a topic, taking you, giving you an inspiration, which can come at any time, opening your understanding to a particular issue, a particular problem, a particular discussion or advancement, spiritual advancement, and things like that. So that's one. If the inspiration comes, and you just begin to hear it's dropping it and it's flowing. So as it's flowing, I want to tell you this: as it's flowing, you must have the way to record. Thank God for the social media. Thank God for internet. Now you have your smartphone. I always tell people, do something. If you, with WhatsApp and WhatsApp business, you can create a group where it will be, you can call it My Book Safe. So when you create a WhatsApp group between your WhatsApp and WhatsApp business, you do voice note. When as the inspiration is coming, do voice note, or you type, where you can easily type on your WhatsApp, and then you can later lift it to anywhere. But when the inspiration is coming, don't say you will do it later. You can't. That's why I mentioned that inspiration they don't have a scheduled time. It comes at any time. It may be when you are sleeping, and that's why you must develop the attitude of having your pen and jotter around you, written part around you, because it can come at any time. It can come at any time. So you must be able to pen it down. Then the second, about faith-based written, is like doctrine. Maybe you want to talk about a particular thing, try maybe doctrine, or maybe there's an issue around the topic, like when there was an issue around tithe and the Holy Spirit your eyes. So you can decide to writing about that, and then you can write around a niche, even in the kingdom thing. And for example, God may put it, maybe people have been having such particular challenges in some areas. Then you can write about it, and to explain, to enlighten people about it. It's still faith-based, but this is or maybe you understand, you discover that maybe some Christians, for example, some Christians say, oh, they can't take medicine, and their faith, some have the faith to carry it, but some don't have the faith to carry it. So, and this has been disturbing you. You'll probably be a medical practitioner, maybe a doctor. So you can decide to write a book about the miracle of mercy. So you can decide to write a book that will explain to people that, look, it's not that we are saying you should be taking drugs or taking all these things, but again, you have to understand that even to take some of these things and they work is miracle on its own. Just imagine a pregnant woman that believe that she will deliver safely, fine, and we agree. But if your faith doesn't carry it, cesarean operation is a miracle if you come alive. So someone can decide to write books to enlighten people, and it's still a faith-based pattern now side that we are talking about. So those are the two ways around the faith-based writing. It can be inspiration or a particular For example, you can write about church workers, you can write about church leadership, you can write about ushering, you can write about how to be a good music leader. So there are different things you can write about that are faith-based. So if you are in that department, maybe you have experience for years. So from your experience, you can share your experience as a book with other people. That's on faith-based. And then on the general aspect, a professional in different niche, you are a marriage counselor, generally fashion, you can write about fashion, you can write about finance, you can write about different topics, you can write about animals, you can write about food, you can write on different topics. I just mentioned about agriculture, you can write on different topics, you can write about construction, different things. You can create a niche, you can pick a niche and you write. So you can write books, and this is gathering your information. And as you write, ask questions, come out with, there are some of the areas that you need to do questionnaires to collate information, and you need to make your research. There's one of my book, Daniel, an epitome of success in leadership. The book took me 10 years. And the first aspect is that it's to be written. The book, I wrote the book in the acronyms of the name Daniel, because it is Daniel, an epitome of success in leadership, talking about the excellence in governance and what have you. So the first thing I did was to collate, because since this book, the inspiration is to write in the acronyms of the name Daniel. So I took my dictionary, different dictionary, and picked every word that has to do with D-A-N-I-E-L, Daniel, and find meaning. Imagine you take a dictionary and you read all the D's that has to do with, and that is work, research on its own. Then I visited almost all the Christian libraries in Nigeria because of that book. And it took me years, but I did all the proper research, and I read extensively the books about governance and what have you. So it's going to be, of course, it's a faith-based book, but I had to study about leadership. In fact, the book was delayed for some years because I wrote about a particular governor in Nigeria who was doing very well in his first tenure. And I learned something different again. I learned something from that. He was doing very well in his first tenure. So I even thought about the Buvaloic service. But in the second tenure, he messed up. So, and the Holy Spirit just opened my eyes, said, if this book had been out, this would have been the end of it. So, and again, the evergreen product, there are materials that you don't use. And so I got that one, that never use anyone that is still serving as your example, because the person that is still serving, if the person messed up tomorrow, that will be the end of your effort. So I learned that. I really learned that to do your example for an evergreen materials, don't use someone that is still serving. Of course, you can make reference in some area about services, but when it comes to a legacy, don't use someone that's still serving. So I learned that. So eventually the book Daniel, an epitome of success in leadership, came out. For me, it's a masterpiece. It's something that especially in Nigeria, that everybody needs to read. And of course, I've written other books that I don't joke with research. So gather your information. Don't start with giving content. I do table of content last, because the target is the impact. The target is, what are the problems, what are the solutions. It is when you know the problems, you know all the solutions before you come to the table of contents. So, and that has really helped me. You can eventually still put more flesh, but get the main thing first. So gather your information, then arrange your information. It is when you arrange your information, that's when you know how many chapters, how many pages, a chapter will go and what have you before you can now be talking about table of content. Then processing your information. Let me tell you something very clearly. Today, it is easy. Of course, there are other processes you can type. You can be able to do your book. But the best thing, learn. Now we have a Google Words. Learn Microsoft Word or Google Words. If you go on YouTube, you will see a video. Within a week, 2 weeks, you will master Microsoft Word or Google Words. It's the best place for you to start when it comes to processing your information, so that you can type, or you have people around you that can type or that can transcribe. If you are able to do you're able to do the audio, they can transcribe for you, or you can on your own. Well, because if you type on WhatsApp, you are just to lift it, your Microsoft Word, then use tools like Grammarly and other editing tools. Many of them, they are available there. Use them and let people edit for you as well, like I said. So, and the process, if you can use Microsoft Word or Google Words on your own, you are able to arrange your books, the pages, the everything, the stuff. Then before you're not talking about either it's going for ebooks or it's going for uh, hard copy, or you want to do the two. Now, if you learn Microsoft Word, if you want to have your book in PDF, it makes it easier for you, because all you just do once you are done complete your editing, you on the front page is the cover page, you just import, you bring your cover page on the front page, the title page, the copyright page, what have you, all the sites that need to be there, and the pages and everything. Your book is ready, then you convert to PDF. When you want to convert in Microsoft Word, you only save as. So when you save as, there is a box where you will pick PDF, and then you make the choice that is going for printing, publishing, or going for online. You convert to PDF, your book is ready. The next thing is to upload it to anywhere you want to sell it. That is the simplest way. Of course, there are templates, there are other online templates for book publishing. There is Amazon Kindle and what have you. If you want to engage Amazon, once you have your manuscript, you have all those things, then you go for Kindle, learn it, it's available online, and learn how to do that. It's going to help you. So there are some of these things it will take time, but you learn and you can do on your own. Now, for Nigeria and then for any other country, that's how to get to ISBN. In Nigeria, we used to go to National Library, but it's easier now. You can get to ISBN online. That's the International Standard Book Number. You can get it online. For Nigeria, it's isbn.nln.gov.ng. I know for every other country, you can search and know how to get to ISBN, because of course you know the value of having ISBN your book, to have the ISBN for your book. Of course, you know the value. And in Nigeria again now, there is Bold Scholar, which is from the National Library. So you can be able to upload your book after you have published and to give them the legal copy, the e-copy. That's the idea. So get the ISBN for your book. You have done the editing, you have done every other thing before you published. That's the publishing. Get to ISBN after editing. That is going to help you. It's going to go far. It's going to go far. Now, I'm giving this good warning, and I want you to understand me. I know about printing. I did printing for so many years before I registered a publishing company. I registered a publishing company to handle this. So I can tell you there's a difference between being a printer and being a publisher. So do not give your book to a printer as a contract, but as a job, except to a trusted publishing company. How do I mean? Now, printers don't edit books. That's the error of so many people. Printers, they don't edit books. Their own is to print for you. It's a publishing company that you can give untyped manuscript to. When you give your untyped manuscript to printer, you will spend more and then you will work more. It will take more time, because a printer doesn't it's not his own work to take manuscript to someone who is going to type for you and then to begin to edit for you. We will edit the book for you. It is better you have finished all the processes around the editing, the typing before you meet a printer. That is for hard copy. If you are doing hard copy, so don't give printers the contract of printing. Rather, give them job. Give them job, let them print for you when you have done the necessary thing. That's what I mean. Except you are talking to a publishing company, and if you are talking to a publishing company, talk to the one that you can be trusted. Don't just see say it's a and they said they're a publishing company and anything can happen. So talk to publishing company that you can be trusted. But if you can take the time, or you have your team, if you really want to be an author, you can have a virtual. These days you can have a virtual assistant that can work with you. You can do your book A to Z. You can publish, especially for ebook, you can publish. But don't forget the aspect of editors. Get good editors. Editing is very, very important. Editing is very, very important. Now, selling your book. I'm going to, for those who will be doing the hard copy, there is another video, there is a second video I would like you to watch, because when you are doing, if you are going to do hard copy, after you have done your editing, you are supposed to do a dummy. It is the dummy the printer will use to lay your book. So I'm not spending any, the slide is not about the dummy. There's a second video I've done that explain how to do your dummy. So you look for that video and you watch. That will help you on, if for the hard copy, how you can do your dummy. That's when you now, what you will now give to the printer and they will print for you. But now you have your hard copies ready, you have your e-copies ready. One place you can sell your book. Of course, we talk about Kindle, the Amazon, you can sell. There are other platforms where you can sell your book. But we've come up with a very good platform where you can sell your books, your ebooks especially. And it's AskMeMath.Africa. In AskMeMath.Africa, it has a plan that helps you without having to rent or pay ahead. You can put your book, and there are trainings that can help you to, the process step by stage, step by step, stage by stage on how to upload your book, how to, things you need to know, and how to even the session of doing your SEO and what have you, and then how you can promote the books by yourself, and then how you can leverage on the advertisement arrangement, the advertising arrangement on AskMeMath.Africa, and of course AskMeMath.Africa has a strong SEO, and you can be able to sell your book. And interestingly, 4% commission, that is all AskMeMath takes after sales. When a book is being sold, any of the product, there are other platforms, there are other rooms for other products, but there is focus, of course, on ebooks as well. There are handy books. But the idea, what AskMeMath.Africa is targeting is that you can sell your book globally. For example, you can sell within your country and you can sell globally. So you upload in the one that is within your country. For example, Nigeria is ng.askmemath.africa. You will upload your book there and you will charge in Naira. And then on the AskMeMath, the global platform, you will upload your book there and charge in dollars. So you upload in different ways. So you are making money either for those who will buy within your country that will pay in your currency, or those who will buy from outside your country and they will pay in dollars. And so that's a very good one. And you can sell hard copy within your country is there as well. That remain is there. So with that, you can be able to sell. Now, I said there's something I decided I'm going to share. When I started writing, that was my first book was 1999. Lo and With You, and I learned a lot of things from there. For example, I edited the book myself. So, of course, thank God it was an experience, and that's why I can share with you. Don't edit your book by yourself. Get editors, professional editors, get people to, and it was a powerful book, but that was an issue. And then, of course, then we have worked on that and all those things. Now, I remember the way from 1999, I've had series of books. I've had a book of 375 pages. I've had, apart from the Daniel, there are other books. There are other, of course, other materials as well. And going the extra mile and doing the impossible is 375 or thereabout pages. I've written that book one as a complete book. Then at some point, the Holy Spirit said, look, make this book like a 50 days of power and glory, to really help people, to really, because there is a purpose for that. And then there is Unleashing Kingdom Wealth. Unleashing Kingdom Wealth is another book. All these books came by inspiration and for purpose to lift people, to move people from one level to another. So this is one secret. This one, and now thank God for the internet today. Those days we didn't have this opportunity. So how do I sell? I organize conferences, programs around my books. So I teach, for example, I took Kingdom Wealth session nationwide. I go from one place to another, I talk to churches, so I organize the program. Of course, people are blessed. So when I teach from the book, that makes people to buy. So people buy they buy the book because already the part you have thought, they were blessed. And then again, I do some excerpts, write some, especially doing the blog. So I use some as blog then, or if you need the copy, then you can now get the book. I use on Facebook. So use social media. Now you can do, if you cannot be going for conferences everywhere, start webinar. Do webinar, do solid period, time with people from the book, and then introduce the book. These are the ways to sell. And then reach out, talk to people about it. As long as you have content, you will have your say. So if you have opportunity to have physical sessions, it's fine. So you can, and then you can do special programs around your book. If your book is out now, you can decide to go maybe from different zones, organize conference around that book, and you can decide that maybe within 3 months to focus on that book, to travel to different places. One, you're able to introduce the book to so many people, and then you're able to sell. You will sell. Now, another idea is launching your book. But if you are going to launch your book, plan it very well. You need to make the book you want to launch has to be standard. And talk to people ahead. Don't do police approach. Plan it ahead and reach out to people ahead, and reach out to especially the stakeholders around the topic you are writing. You are writing about, you're talking about. So have it planned very well. So don't just rush to it. I'm sharing this because I've tried. Talking about some for years. It's been decades. So I've had series of experiences around book authoring, book publishing. So it's going to help you. So AskMyMatt.Africa we sell is one platform you can sell your book. For Amazon, of course, there are so many people that sell there and so many other platforms. So, and that's why we're giving you a platform that at least you can relate with and you can be able to get your book sold. Now, these are some of my books. My Dream Africa is, you can see it on AskMyMatt. Daniel, an epitome of success in leadership. That's a guide to excellence, leadership and good governance. And then this is Manifesting Heaven on Earth, 50 days of power and glory, going the extra mile and doing the impossible. Now, these are some of my books. And like I said, you can do hard copies, you can do soft copy. But look, if you don't have the money to start with, if you don't have the money to do hard copies, do ebooks, use social media, promote it, talk about it, engage people, let it bless lives. Then do your research very well. Don't overcharge, don't charge lower. Just let everything be of standard. let everything be of standard. And I believe that if you can go through all this, you'll be able to. Now, I for some of the books, I spent time and did necessary research. And for some of them, I actually use, for some I did for some, like for Manifesting on Earth, I used Microsoft Word, and I finished it on Microsoft Word and then convert to PDF. But for my Dream Africa, I did every arrangement and everything on CorelDRAW. And then same thing with Daniel and everything of his leadership on CorelDRAW. So if the easiest one, learn Microsoft Word, and from there you can be able to convert to PDF, and you will have a book. So for those who want to do hard copy, get the video that talks how to set your dummy, and then get your books outside there. There are people outside there who are in need of what to have. There are people who are to be blessed by what you have. And I tell you, books, if you focus on it, ebooks or hard copies, you can make your money. It's another way, it's another stream of income for you. But there has to be content that people will want to read. And that's, don't forget, when I talk about you being a storyteller, be an analyst. Make sure that you are a revelator. Make sure that you are a teacher. Make sure that you are a motivator. So go through this again. Be a teacher. Go through this over and over. Master them, and then you can of course always ask me questions. You can always drop your question on the comment room, and I'll get back to you. We will see. You can pick any of the copies of the book. You can always get contact. So AskMemma.Africa, that's where we sell now our books, and I trust me, it's somewhere that you will enjoy when you do. There are people outside there who need your wisdom, who need the knowledge, who need those experiences you've heard, who need to know some of the things you know already. Help someone outside there and make money for yourself. Thank you.